Hey guys, so I got a request to do a tutorial on like a generic bar in your game that increases like a progress bar that will either increase or decrease over time on its own, and then outside objects can influence it. So in this example, it's going to be that a timer is going and the bar is filling up. If the bar gets to maximum, the game ends and you lose. And if you collect objects, it will then decrease the time. Yeah, so I did a little bit of setup. I tried actually recording this once, so the setup that I have done was actually recorded. But I'm cheap and lazy. I'm cheap, so I'm using this free screen recording thing, and it only allows me 15 minutes. And I'm lazy because I don't want to splice together multiple videos. I don't want to do any post editing. So, because I'm lazy, so I exceeded the 15-minute mark, and I was almost done, and I was like, oh my gosh, it sucks. So I'm just going to start off right where I left. I'm going to go back and explain everything that I did in the previous video that you'll never see. So I just have a basic scene here. I got a ground, okay, way down here. A directional light, doesn't really matter. A player object, which you can see down here, is just a capsule, and I just threw on Unity's character controller to it so I can move it around. And I added a rigid body so it can detect collisions. Set it to trigger so it doesn't actually bump stuff. And then the camera is parented to it looking down, and then I have an item, which is just this box right there. Okay, so if I click play right now, what you'll see is I can move around, and this bar goes up here. And so I will show you the script that I have that makes this bar slowly increase. And then what I'm about to add is that when I hit this box, the box is going to disappear, and this timer is going to go blink, but then keep going down. So it'll kind of reset the timer. It'll give me more time. Excuse me. So the first thing I did was create a canvas. Okay, and then I created a image, and I made it a progress bar with a filled type, obviously, with a vertical fill method and an origin of bottom and set it to 0. Now, if you do not know how to do this, I have another tutorial on this that will explain this. And this white box thing is a 10 pixel by 10 pixel, right here, 10 pixel by 10 pixel white background. I opened GIMP and made a brand new image with a background of white, 10 pixel by 10 pixels, and hit save. That was it. Heck, you could probably Google white square and use that as your background. And then what that allows you to do is if I come over here to death timer, that allows me to open up this color picker, and because the background is white, I can change the hue, and it will actually change the image of this background because it's white. Okay, so yeah, pretty nifty. Pro tip: if you make a health bar with a texture on it, that's obviously the exact measurements. Make it in grayscale so that you can come in here and modify the color as you see fit. Just an idea. I'm just gonna leave it, I don't know, I'll leave it blue, I guess, because I don't remember what color it was. So that's set to 0, and then I created a script here. First of all, I made a game handler. We don't need this event system. Go away. I made a game handler. It's just an empty object, and it has a simple script on it with a it's right here. Okay. It has a image object that is called death timer bar. So I clicked and dragged this image object right here over to this. Okay, because it is an image type. So now I don't have to do any kind of like game object.find blah 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 image stuff. It's just right there. And then a float, which is the increase amount, which is how much it's going to go up by every frame. Or is it every second? I multiply it by time to delta time, and sometimes my brain shuts down and I forget exactly what this does. But anyways, that's the amount. So that's it. We just do, like I've shown in my previous tutorial, deathbar.fill amount, and then the amount to increase it by. And because it is a image fill amount, you cannot get it over 1. It's impossible. So we can simply check if it's equal to 1. I do greater than or equal to just to be safe, but it'll never happen. So as long as it is 1, or if it gets to 1, then you lose. and then we'll shut the script down so it stops updating, so it just says you lose once. And then of course you can put any of your end game logic here. This is just to demonstrate that it actually triggered. And then that's where I'm at now basically. So let me hit play here, and then you can watch that happen. So watch down here, you'll see that print statement. Let me increase this time to like 0.5. There it goes, and bing, you lose. Okay? So we don't want that to happen. That's bad. So what I've done then, now that I have this game handler with this script on it, which that's everything, this increases the bar and then you lose if it's 1. I attached another script onto the player. You can see all the way down here. Let me go ahead and minimize these. These are huge and not needed. Excuse me. So we got foo bar items collected equals 0 because you've collected no items. What we've done here is basically the items collected member, and then void on trigger enter. The character controller is already added onto the script, and it's separate, which is good. We want this. I named it foobar because I wasn't feeling creative. I didn't know what to call it. I just was trying to get it done. We added a tag to this item, so when we collide with it, if the collider.tag equals cool item, then we increase the items collected by this amount, and then we destroy the object. So I'm just going to go ahead and test this real quick. And it doesn't work. It never works the first time. Whenever I do it, it always doesn't work because I forget some kind of collision thing. Box collider, rigid body, is trigger, colliders around the box. I do this literally every time I make 2 objects and they need to collide for some dumb reason. I just can't get it right the first time. I don't know what it is. Capsule collider, maybe don't have that as trigger. Maybe that's the problem. I don't even know. Here it is. Tag. Cool item. That would help, huh? If I actually tagged it. There we go. Okay. So we hit it, it goes away. I actually had everything right that time. That's cool. I had all the right rigid bodies. It's not even hard. I just screw it up. So we got the tag. So now what we want to do is we actually want to gather that that image bar and then set it. Now, the best thing to do here is to set this to a member because we don't want to be getting it every single frame. Which I guess on trigger enter, you know what? We'll screw it. Let's just do game object. This only happens on collisions. Game object dot find object of type. And the reason why I'm using find object of type, I believe it is faster. But it returns the very first one it sees, which is fine because there's only one. And I use this when I know that there was only one. I'm going to get this death timer bar. Okay? And we're just going to simply do minus equals, and let's do, we'll just do 25% of the bar goes down, or do 20% of the bar goes down. So it's just as simple as just saying 0.20 because the bar is 0 to 1. Now why is it game object to find object? Why is this operator minus equals? Oh, my bad. F. I thought I hit F. Okay. No. Oh. Ha. My bad. That was silly of me. Fill amount. I was so confused looking at that. I'm like, why not? So if we collect the item, it's going to increase the item's collected count. And then the object is going to disappear. Well, then we're going to reduce our timer, and then the object's going to disappear. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. Control D. No, Control C, Control V. That was probably way excessive. Oopsies. Blue. Red. Blue. Oh gee. Unnecessary, unnecessary. This was so... I so did not need to make that many. Okay. Here we go. So there goes the bar. I'm like, oh no, I gotta hurry or the game's gonna end. Boop. Reset the bar. So let me get it built up a little bit. Like you're running around, you can't find any. You're like, oh my goodness, where are all the boxes? Where are all the boxes? Oh wait, there's one. And if you watch, it won't go all the way down. But it... Come here, you. Now I can't hit it. And it puts it down a little bit. Okay? So that's that. The bar is going to continue to go up, and if it ever gets to 1, the game will end. But in the meantime, I can continually get these objects and see how it resets to 0 every single time I grab it. It will never go less than 0, and it will never go above 1. Okay. That's it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully everything made sense. And let's see here. If I click on player, I should have items collected 9. Yeah, I collected 9 items. Cool. I didn't know. And that's it. That's, I mean, it's really simple. It's just trigger, you know, if you collect it, if it's the correct item, you can check this however you want. I mean, do your game logic the way you want to do it. But really all you're doing here is just modifying this fill amount value. And I'm just putting in a hard-coded number. Just do like percentile math if you have not 0 to 1 or 0 to 100 objects. Okay? So just divide the lower number by the larger number, and that will get you a 0 to 1 value. Okay? That's it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, please click like, and I really don't care actually if you subscribe or not. I don't know how many more videos I'm going to do, but please share these videos with your friends or colleagues or whatever if you feel like they are useful. If they are not useful, if they suck, please tell me why, because I'm only doing this for you guys. I'm not making money or anything. So it's just for you. So if it's bad, tell me why. If it's good, man, you can tell me why if you want, if you want to. Anyway, that's all. I feel like I have more to say. I don't, so I'm going to stop wasting your time. Goodbye.